Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Meet me on the 50, y'all. We got a special show tonight. Very special show, man. Special guest, the Mr. Kedric Taylor, Southern University. Human Jukebox, man. Hey, shout out to PYB on the beat. You need beats, man. You're a rapper, singer, artist. Check out PYB on SoundCloud, man. You got what you need. Alright? Let's go ahead and turn them off real quick, man. Hey, like I said, welcome back to the channel. This is Meet Me on the 50. Another Director's Corner coming to you this Thursday night. We have the man himself, man. Mr. Kedric Taylor from Southern University. He will be joining us shortly. We're going to get into a lot of good things, man. A lot of good questions that I got for him. Of course, if you have any questions in the comments, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments, and we can go ahead and ask him those questions as well. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that red button. Go ahead and hit the little red button, the little subscribe button. It's going to let you go ahead and stay notified on when I drop new videos, new content, things like that. All right. Yeah, man. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get the man of the hour on the phone, and then we're going to get this thing started. All right? And let me go ahead and read through the comments real quick. What's going on, Miss Viv? Viv, what's going on, Wendell? I see you. Charlie, I see you. Okay, what's going on? What's going on, man? MRB. All right? Thanks for joining me again, man. Y'all always support. Appreciate you for it, man. Let's go ahead and get the man of the hour on the phone. Yeah, that was He Loves Me, It's Special. Hey, look, I ain't got the vocals. I never said I did, man. But that was, man, that's one of his toughest arrangements right there, man. All right, that was Mr. Kedric Taylor's one of his best joints. I asked him specifically. I said, "Sir, I want to open up the show with one of your arrangements," and that's the one that he chose, man. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this Skype session, though. If you just now joining us, man, we have a great interview lined up tonight, man. In case y'all are wondering, there will not be a Cash App contest tonight, man. We gonna start them back up though. All right, come on, Skype. All right, here we go. All right, there you go, man. There you go. Hey, can you hear me good, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me good. Cool. Let me go ahead and minimize this. Make sure the people can hear you. Hey, everybody in the chat room, make sure you can hear myself and Mr. Taylor. Give me a thumbs up, fire, something like that. Let us know we good. All right, I think we good, man. Let me see. Yeah, I think we good to go, brother, man. Okay, we got this thing going, man. How you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, all right, here we go. Got the sound up and the video. Okay. Boom. So we have none other, man, than the Mr. Kedric Taylor, man. You know a lot of people call you Kendrick Taylor, man. Do you get annoyed when hearing that? The Kendrick Lamar? Because people so used to saying Kendrick. Do you hear that a lot often?
Man, I hear all kind of stuff. Kedric, Kendrick. I'll let out of Kedric. It's just like Cedric.
Yeah, I think because this whole Kendrick Lamar kid, man, it rolls off the tongue that way now, it seems like, man.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Hey, thanks for being on the show, first of all, man. It's fairly short notice. I think I asked you, maybe a few days ago? What's today, Thursday? Monday or Tuesday I asked you?
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate you giving me a few moments of your time, man. I try to do these director's corners just to give the fans and the band heads the opportunity to get to know, the leadership behind these band programs, man. So I appreciate you being on, bro. All right, cool, man. So let's go ahead and get into the basic stuff, man. So where are you originally from?
I'm from Mobile, Alabama, born and raised.
You said Mobile?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you grew up in Mobile, Alabama. How'd you end up in Louisiana?
Man, quiet as kept, my brother came to Southern University in 1996. He came and paid the way for us to come out there and, be a world-renowned human jukebox.
Yeah. So you said that was what year?
1996.
96, man. You came out of SU in what year?
I came out in 2005.
Okay. So yeah, because I was in school from 98 to about 2002, so we about the same age. Yeah.
That was my freshman year in the band in 2002.
Hold on. 2002, so you marched 3 years then?
No, that's 4 years. I marched 2002 to 2005.
Oh, okay, yeah, you figure each fall, 2002 fall, all the way to 2005 fall. I got you.
Yeah.
So what was your horn in the band? What's your primary? I know you play a bunch of instruments, I'm sure. What's your primary horn, though?
My primary instrument is trumpet.
Okay, how long you been playing trumpet?
Man, I've been playing trumpet since I could pick it up almost.
Yeah, man, because, you from Mobile. We was talking about that with a bunch of my colleagues. We was talking about how Alabama has such a concentrated band representation, man. There's so many different, on a college level anyway, but it's probably just like that on the high school level too, right?
Yeah. sir. It's a lot of bands in Mobile. Great programs out there as well.
Yeah, man. So you marched, you graduated 2005, man. So, hey, what was your calling? You think to teaching, to becoming a leader, among the band versus being just a bandsman? Like, what was that? What was that? What was that like?
But growing up in Mobile, my band program, we did a lot of things, but my band director entrusted in me to lead the band at an early age. I wrote my first arrangement my junior year in high school. I still remember what it was. DMX, What They Really Want. And,
What?
yeah, back in my junior year. So my band director gave me free reins to, run the band and run band camp. I get a lot of experience. So I kind of enjoyed it, just leading my peers. So I was like, if I can lead my peers, I definitely can lead a group of young people. Yeah. So that's where it all started at.
So did you ever get into drum major and all that kind of stuff, or you just kind of stay section leader?
Yeah, I don't like to tell my students because they like to try to go find footage.
I know.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I was a drum major.
Get out of here.
2 years.
What high school did you go to?
Blunt High School, Manatee Blunt High School.
Oh, I gotta write this down. We're gonna find some footage, man.
Oh no.
All right, man. That's what's up. So speaking of high school, so you graduated 05, and you before you got to SU, you were obviously teaching somewhere else, at a high school on a high school level. What school was that?
Well, my first teaching position, I was in 2006. I was at Jackson School Complex. That's in Jackson, Louisiana, and I taught there for 2 years. And I started at Baker High School in 2008.
Yeah, 2008. And how long you stayed there?
I stayed there to 2014, and I came to Southern in 2014.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely, man, you paid your dues, man. You definitely so I'm sure you made your mark down there, and that was in you said Baker, Louisiana?
Oh yes, sir.
How far is that from Baton Rouge?
It's right around the corner. Everybody had their own towns and cities, so Baker is maybe 15 minutes from Southern University.
Okay. So is that program heavily influenced by the SU style and everything? Or was that about a little different or what?
Well, of course, every program pretty much in Baton Rouge has a Southern University foundation. But it's kind of like you have to make sure you put your own twist to it, because don't nobody want to see another Southern University when you got the world-renowned human jukebox, often imitated but never duplicated.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey, let me pause real quick, man. If you in the chat room, if I haven't told y'all yet, make sure you are sharing this out, man. We need about 200 people in this room tonight. We got almost 100 right now. But yeah, go ahead and share this out while we go ahead and keep this interview running. So let me go ahead and ask you, man. So you are one of the proud, like the Marines, man. But you are one of the few to march under the leadership of Dr. Isaac Griggs, man. Can you get into a little bit of that? And how was that?
I can't even explain it, but I can tell you this. Dr. Griggs was very knowledgeable. He was one of the greats on all aspects of music. He was a motivator. He knew how to make the crowd move. He knew how to entertain. He knew all it took. It'll be times where we wouldn't want to do it, but Dr. Griggs would tell us, oh, no, we're going to do it. And we end up doing it, and, the people just love it. So he knew what it takes to be the great.
Yeah,
he knew what it takes to be the best.
Yeah, because he came to Southern. What year?
1969.
Wow, and that's a long tenure, man. So 69, man.
Yeah.
So his imprint is definitely on that program. That's going to be on that program forever, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. So, with saying that, congratulations on the new position, man. You officially are the head director of the Southern University band program.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do you go, walk that fine line of tradition versus, bringing in the Kedric Taylor, flavor into the band? Did you do that? Do you just kind of go along with tradition of how it's been, or are you allowed to change any aspect of the band, or how do you view that?
Well, we have a rich tradition at Southern University, and I say it's a tradition because Dr. Griggs was there so long, so that's what we know to be tradition. But the band has been great for many, many years. When you look at it, we are Muhammad Ali a band, and a lot of people would try to find out what it is that Southern University do. It's a formula that's been in place for many, many years. So my job it's not to recreate that formula, but to add to it.
Yeah.
And every director has their own flavor. And the foundation has been laid. So, a lot of people have questions and say, well, who's the new guy? Mm-hmm. You'll hear about me more than you see me. But definitely when you see the Southern University Marching Band, it's still going to be the Southern University Marching Band. Nothing's going to change. As time changes, we change. I think a lot of people don't look at it over the years, but the system is still the same. It's still going to be, Southern University Band. And I think a lot of people don't realize that once it's just like Mercedes-Benz. They didn't change nothing about Mercedes-Benz. The only thing that's changing is the outskirts of the creativity of the vehicle. Mm-hmm. The same engine that made it what it was back then is still the same engine that's going to keep it going. And that's the same thing with Southern University. You might see different looks, but it's still going to be the same engine in Southern University that keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So your predecessor, Mr. Nathan Hamer, he was there for several years also. Do you think there's a lot of comparison between, his style of leadership versus, compared to yours? Do you hear a lot of those comparisons, or what do you think of his style versus your style as a leader at Southern University?
Well, I don't think it's a comparison. I think everybody, when they're accustomed to certain things, they automatically going to say, well, we remember Southern doing this or doing that, but it's never like every director had their own style and their own flavor. Our style that we use now is nothing, less from what we've been doing. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, but what we do is pretty much the same things. It's just in a different way. It's kind of like a pastor giving a sermon.
Yeah. He
preaches from the same text, but his delivery is just a little different from the next person that get up and present. So I think that's the difference in me and Mr. Hamer. We doing the same message, but it's just a different delivery.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear that both of you are great musicians. You know the Southern band style and the program and everything inside and out. So just getting into a little bit of the departure of Mr. Hamer and how he left the program. Do you think now that are you under like any additional scrutiny? You think as far as university leadership goes, are they watching you a little more close? You think because of how he left that program?
I can't say. I'm not sure. One thing that I always been taught: do your job, know your role, and shut your mouth. More than anything, I just try to do my job to the best of my ability. That's pretty much all I know how to do.
Yeah.
And I always say, may the works that I do speak for me, not me speak for the works that I do. So my prayer is that the works that I'm doing totally speak for me.
Yeah. All right. So a little bit. Yeah. Y'all have a mantra that y'all say, man. It's wartime. I think that's how it goes, right?
Oh yeah.
So is that a mentality that's instilled, in all Southern bandsmen?
Well, Mr. Lawrence Jackson is one of the ones behind "It's Wartime." That was his saying. See, a lot of people. That's why I say a lot of people don't really know the tradition.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Jackson started pretty much all of the band head terms that people have turned totally 180. Mr. Jackson used to always say, when I was in the band, he would say things like, let's get crunk. We got to get crunk. We got to crank on them.
Yeah.
That's what the word crank came from, Mr. Lawrence Jackson.
Okay.
And now in the whole band community and turned it and think that it's a type of volume, but crank on them, not a volume. That is just being excited, playing your music the way it's supposed to be played in a very aggressive way, but not to where it sounds like Terry and the Pirate, as the words Mr. Cornell Knight would say. One of the things I realize is our directors always taught music. Dr. Griggs taught us how to entertain, and you always going to entertain your audience. So whatever crowd we in, we can survive in any weather. So that's what makes the human jukebox the human jukebox. If you stick a quarter in it, it'll play anything.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
That.
Yeah, we got a bunch of additional sayings. I guess Mr. Jackson, somebody said, bring that mustard.
Oh, definitely. See that? No, that's Mr. Jackson all the way. Bring that mustard.
Oh, man.
Wartime.
Yeah.
But that's his personality. That's why I told you. Every director at Southern University has a certain personality, and that you're gonna always see it within that program.
Yeah.
And that was that Mr. Jackson left on this band community. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was nothing shorter than amazing. Everybody's talking about crank on it, and they don't even know why they saying it. They just heard somebody from Southern say, "We're gonna crank on you."
Yeah. So just to get away from the title of band director, get into more so the title of arranger. You know, you are very skilled with the pen. You know, that's no secret to anybody. You know.
Correct.
So there's also a gentleman on your staff by the name of Mr. Brian Simmons, man. How is it? Do you see you two ever kind of saying, look, I got to try to outshine this brother, you know, or as far as when y'all have the band room chronicles, I see a lot of times y'all go back and forth. You'll do one, he'll do one, and it's almost like you're watching a battle almost between these two pensmen, man, pensmiths. What do you think about his style as an arranger? You know, just what you think about Mr. Brian Simmons?
Brian Simmons is very talented. He's a very talented individual. And for him to be so young and be as talented as he is kind of scary. I don't even know if he realizes it at times, but he's very talented. And what we do in the band room, we have to push each other. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the things that we always did when Mr. Hamer was there. We would always talk daily on what we're going to write and how we're going to do it. And, you know, he always has some secrets up his sleeve, and I try to be secretive too, but it never worked out that way because we always enjoyed, you know, making music and coming out and hearing what the other one doing. And we always commend each other if we heard something in that room that, you know, because that's where the best sounds come out of that band room.
Yeah.
When you sit in that office and you hear the band in there playing something, I mean, you hear it coming together, you just go out and that's, you know, so we don't compete per se. Mm-hmm. It's not a competition because we on the same team.
Yeah.
But we make a friendly competition in the band hall because it pushes us to continue to grow. If you already think you're the best, then you already to your ceiling and you don't have any room to grow. Yeah. So if you notice over the years, we definitely both have grown tremendously and in arranging. But Brian Simmons is, I don't know if you know him, but he always listening to music. So that's what he's able to find those songs. He gonna go find some songs that somebody ain't never heard. Yeah. And he like different. So I would say that's what a separation. And one thing I learned about people, they don't judge you based on how you write what you write. They base you on what you write. So a lot of times I can go name 20 songs that when they had these little polls and say, well, this song's better than this song. And if you go actually can listen to all the songs that we played during the year when people talk about we don't have a book, and just sit there and shake our head because they know we have a book because they listen to us so much. But they judge you based on what you play, not how you write what you play.
Absolutely. No, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So now that you are head director or you band director, are you going to fall back a little bit with the arrangement, or are you going to have time to do that too?
Man, I as much as I don't want to, I end up not being able to write as much as I want. The other side of being an administrator, it pulls you away from being creative, you know, sometimes. So the only arrangement I get to do is, you know, when I'm away from the band hall. Like right now I'm in my music room, and this is where I get my most peace. I close the door, and I mean, I don't hear nothing going on around me, and this is where I can, you know, get my thoughts to going. So I don't arrange as much as I used to. I try to because I don't want to, you know, lose that skill because you know if you're gonna lose it.
Exactly, man. You gotta keep that sword sharpened, bro. So let's get a little bit, I guess, into this last battle you had versus Talladega, man. That's been a talk of the town for the last week or so, man. How do you? What's your take on that whole experience, man? That whole battle.
It was a very great experience. Having fun out there. Miguel Buns, good guy. You know, but I told him he was like, "How's it gonna feel to get your first L?" As the head director. I said, "Well, I don't know what an L feel like."
Yeah, because y'all was talking some trash back and forth before the whole thing started, man. And
hey, if you notice, he tried to cut through the fire, but it was still fire, even though he was trying to.
Yeah, man, that joint lasted for a good almost an hour, I think. But you know what? The first time y'all met up, in 2014? When did y'all first meet up? 2014?
Correct.
Yeah, that was shit. That was over an hour, I think, man. Y'all was going at it. Do you think, by it being a shorter battle this time, was it more so because you had somewhere to be, or y'all were just done? You were just done with that battle.
Well, it was more so. It was shorter because it rained, so we really didn't have a lot of time to do anything. The rain, it stopped at exactly 4:30. I was itching to get off that bus.
Yeah.
So the rain stopped exactly at 4:30, and once we got off the bus and they finally got off, the parade started maybe like 30 minutes after that. So we just tried to get as much as we could until the parade marshals told us we had to stop.
Yeah. So I brought up the topic of wartime. That warrior mentality, man. A lot of folks wanna come at Southern because a lot of times, pretty much y'all are the band to beat year in year out, man. I'm sure you acknowledge that. You see that. Are there any instances where you would turn down a battle, or do you accept all challenges pretty much?
What I've noticed over the years, people who know that they're not even in the same ballpark with Southern University try to say, let's battle Southern University. We don't gain anything from it. More so than anything, we just try to give our students an experience of, doing something that they like to do, because we demand so much of them all the time. So we know they like to do that to have fun. But for the directors, I'm not going to say it's fun battling everybody, because sometimes we try to figure out what it is that they're doing. But I'm not going to get into that. But
yeah.
It's not too many bands out there that can even stand on the same playing field with Southern University.
Right.
As much as they talk, empty wagon make the most noise, but they mouth and say they can do this and that. But as Mr. Jackson would say, you got to have know-how to show how.
Oh, okay. Who said? Say it one more time. You got to know what?
You got to have know-how to show how.
And there you go, man. Hey, y'all write that down. Make sure that's in your memory bank. That's a good one right there. There's a band that look. If I got to set up this matchup, then I'll set it up, man. But there's a band over on the East Coast in Virginia, man. They call themselves the Spartan Legion. Have you heard of that band?
I think I have. I think I heard of them.
There's just a lot of noise saying that Southern and Norfolk got to meet up one day. It's probably the only y'all have never met up, I don't think, man. So, are you familiar with my Bambo series that I do, my virtual battles and all that?
Oh, so you the man behind that?
I'm the man behind that, man. Y'all took it last year. Y'all took the whole cake and y'all battled Norfolk again, and they took it this year, man. So it's a tiebreaker. As I said, what better way to solve a tiebreaker than to have an actual battle, man? So we may have to talk offline to see how we can make that happen at some point.
So they took it this year, okay?
They took it this year 4-3. Y'all won 3 categories. They won 4. Last year y'all swept them though. It was 7-0 last year, man. So somehow they did their homework and they've been honing their skills, man. So like I said, it's a tiebreaker time now. So Norfolk versus Southern, we gotta make that happen. This year, next year, something. Get y'all on the same schedule or something. Getting a little bit into I guess more so into the kids, man. The kids that make up the program. Have you noticed a difference in their talent level or their drive, or just from when you was in the band versus now?
I will say, from when I was in the band, we had a lot of pride in what we did. We pushed one another, and we always were challenging one another. It was also like, I wasn't gonna let the person on the side of me just outplay me, and I say, okay, he just better than me. It wasn't going to be a situation like that. I think nowadays that there's so much other things out there for these students to do. It's not as exciting to them, because they have like we on live right now.
Yeah.
And we in different places. We're not even in the same place. So they have all this different technology. So technology, I think, has taken over. Computerized things, and we got a walking computer in our hand with these phones. So I think, as far as talent level, I think they still are talented, but I don't think they have to work as hard as we did do what we did.
Not only that, just to piggyback off what you said about technology, man. I remember back, like I said, we about the same age, so back in the early 2000s, late 90s and things like that, you had to be prepared for every band every Saturday because you had no idea what they was going to sound like. You might have heard about how they may sound, but you didn't know, But nowadays you can go to YouTube and say 2019 Southern University, and you can see how they're sounding, so you can know how to prepare for that band. It's almost a cheat code, almost, in a sense. But also with that, it takes away that element of surprise, man. And then,
right. I have to tell the students all the time, we have to always be prepared. Mm-hmm. If we have one moment where somebody miss a note or something, I mean, it's almost like they crucifying us, because, like you said, we almost have to have a different song selection every week. Mm-hmm. Like, we play the same songs 2 weeks in a row. Everybody, they don't have a book, they don't know, but that's not true. We have over 80 to 90 songs that we have, but we don't play all of them in every situation because it don't cause for it. So some songs we might like more than others, and we might play them more than we play the others, but it's not a matter of that we don't have a book. But like I said, we are more challenged than I can say pretty much a lot of bands. We hear about the comments that people make as it relates to saying that we don't have a book. And that's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because if you go and listen to every year we played, there are songs that we played so musical that it'll just make your head spin. Like, and those are the things that people don't view the most. But they'll view something that it took us 20 minutes to learn, and they'll view that a million times. But they're something that it took us hours and days and weeks to write. Mm-hmm. Man, we always talked about that. Like, you're like, man, that's crazy. The stuff we put the most time in don't get the most views.
Yeah. So, outside of Southern University, I tend to ask this question to, on my director's corners, man. What programs do you respect the most outside of Southern University?
I respect every program outside of Southern University.
Okay.
Our biggest competition is our last performance. Mm-hmm. So, we are never competing against another program. We're competing against ourselves from our last performance. So, if we are as good as our last performance, I'm pleased with that. Just making progress on our own self, because we always tell them, if you do what we say, you don't have any problem. Just do what we say, execute it, and trust in what we're doing. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna have any issues at all.
Yeah, trust the process. What they say, man. So Southern University, man. Y'all have your own style, and like you said, Dr. Greg has got there. You said in the '60s, right? And that style has stuck for so long, meaning that powerful, that power, that aggression, that finesse, the swing, everything, man. That's always been part of the program. In 2019, you see a lot of programs that emulate a lot of that kind of style, man. The power and aggression that pretty much is synonymous with marching bands nowadays, man. What do you think is to add some variety back into the band world? What is it going to take to have people or programs come with a different approach, man? Let's say you're a new band director at a new university, man. Is it possible to come with a new style?
It's definitely possible. If I was to leave Southern University and go to another university, I would not try to be like Southern University, because you can't. There is not another Southern University. Mm-hmm. Like, I used to tell my high school students this. They used to say, Taylor, we can play this arrangement. I like, no. They like, why? I like, because it was made for who? Southern University. Mm-hmm. So I think with a lot of bands, they like it, and it's okay to like things, but I'm not going to try to emulate it. I'm going to create my own thing to have another avenue. So I wouldn't go and try to outpower Southern, because you're not going to outpower Southern.
Do you think
it's embedded in our arrangements the way we write? So trying to do exactly what you think we're doing is an imitation.
Yeah.
So I would definitely want to try to outpower Southern. I would definitely go and do another thing. But of course, people think that if you're the loudest, that you're the best band. Mm-hmm. If you can show me in any book that it says the loudest band is the best band, I can give you $1 million.
Yeah, because you have a couple of programs that are led by former Jukes, man. I think, Talladega's, you have Mr. Bonds, and then, once Mr. Hamer lands his job, wherever he's going to be somewhere else. He's saying in the SWAC, man. We don't know where he's going yet, but, he's going to land somewhere. So, by them knowing that formula, you think, is there any possibility that they could out-Juke the Juke? They are former Jukes, right?
That's correct. I don't sleep on anybody, so don't none come to a sleep but a dream, and I think I'm always woke.
Gotcha.
Like like the song say, stay woke. So
Yeah.
if they coming, they better come correct.
Look, it's about to be a crazy fall, man. I got a feeling, bro. So there's a program in, I think it's in Baton Rouge, the Louisiana Leadership Institute. That's in Baton Rouge, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what's that relationship like with Southern University? It seems like it's always synonymous. You know, they have the very same style. What is that program, first of all, and what's the relationship with Southern University?
Well, usually whoever the assistant director of bands is at Southern University usually take over as the director of bands leadership. I was over leadership from 14 until last year, and now it's Mr. Brian Simmons. He's over the band now. So basically, it's not only we training the students that are high school students to come up to train them to come to Southern University. It's kind of like a pipeline. So something for us to give back, because we don't get paid to do that. Everybody does it for free, and it's our way of giving back to the community. So, you know, any high school student that's interested in being a part of Louisiana leadership, you know, that program is built for students to get a pipeline to Southern University so they can know exactly what it is they need to know. In high school, you had a director there personally teaching you what it is we do at Southern University.
So it's not a high school. It's a band program. LLI is a band program.
Well, no, it's not a school. It's a performing arts, visual performing arts.
Okay.
It's a non-profit school. Well, it's not a school, but it's like an arts.
Okay, cool. So
dealing with the art, they have more than just band. It has different programs that they do on Saturdays for students and want to be in leadership, like positions-wise, political things. They got basketball. They have a choir, drama. So it's a performing arts facility.
Got you, man. So is a good majority of the Human Jukebox or band students, are they former LLI members, pretty much?
We have about 50.
Oh wow! It's a great feeder. It's a great feeder system, I'm sure, because you're teaching them what they need to know in advance. So when they get to college, man, they already got that stuff down.
Correct.
Yeah, man. So to the aspiring band director out there, man, he's an undergrad. He's going to graduate with his music education degree. Man, he looks to be a director one day. What piece of advice could you give him? You know, you've been doing this for a minute now. What would you tell this young man or young lady?
Well, I definitely would tell them to, get around people that are great. And what I mean by that is I hung around people that were doing this for a living, that people that really value education, people that really value music. And they weren't doing it any kind of way. They did it the right way. It's no shortcut to being a musician, and it's definitely not a shortcut to success. And I got around people that guided me the right way, because I could have went the wrong direction. So I would definitely say get around someone who has a proven track record, not somebody who talk about having a track record. Somebody who teaches and mends and molds young students to become lifelong learners. Someone that's going to actually take them under their wing and show them the way. So a lot of guys now are coming out and they're not being properly trained, and they're just jumping in the field, and they just want to put a band together. They think that to be a band director is just passing out arrangements. So if I pass out this arrangement, I got a good band. But that's not how it goes. It's a lot of, basic fundamentals that go to that. So I would definitely tell them that stick to the basic fundamentals and grow and nurture that. And I promise you, it'll happen for you.
Yeah. All right, man. So any high school kids, any seniors this year that want to look into possibly auditioning or coming out to visit Southern University, what's the best way to learn more about the program or reach you directly, or how should they go? What's the next step?
Well, anybody interested in being a part of Southern University Human Jukebox, all they have to do is contact our executive assistant to the director, and they will give them audition time, and they can reach them at 225-771-3528. And they'll get an audition time, and all of the requirements are on the website, humanjukeboxonline.com. And we also have the Human Jukebox app. So all of that information is on there. And also, if they need to get in contact with me, they can email me at Kedric, KEDRIC_Taylor at SUB as in boy, R
Got you, man. And did you say y'all have an app? I just heard about that, man. What's it called? What's it called? The Human Jukebox app?
Yep, there you go.
What? All right, I'm gonna have to get on that after this interview.
You can look at all the pictures of the upcoming events, everything on the app. I told you, man, we trendsetters.
Man, y'all groundbreaking over there. I did not even know that, man. Good gracious, bro. I meant to ask you, so speaking of technology, man, we're just getting into like the media side. Y'all have probably one of the baddest media teams out there, man. What's your take on band media? Cameramen and videographers and things like that.
Well, if somebody has to tell a story about Southern University, I would rather us tell our own story. So Gary Eggerson, man, he get those guys together and, man, like he run that operation with the media team, and man, I mean, I don't even have to tell him. He automatically know, on certain days they're gonna come out there and see what formations we're gonna be in and where they're gonna get shots. So it's not nothing that they just go out there and do. Yeah, it's definitely something that they put work into, and so I really like it because I mean, it highlights your band, the positive things about your program. So being able to get the best sound, the best audio, the best visual, those things really matter, to have. And back in the day, a lot of the clips that you heard, it wasn't all of that going on. You was close up. I can't find one clip you can find me close up on. You can tell it's yourself, but you can only one can really see it. But
man, who you telling, man? I had so many videos of me as drum major. I was drum major back at Morgan State University, man, and there's so many. I had so many games. I said, "Dag, I killed it out there," but I had no recollection, no video of it, nothing like that, man. So these kids spoiled nowadays with all this footage, man.
They pictures for days.
Yeah, so we gonna have to look for that footage of Mr. Taylor, man, from high school, man. He said he was a drum major, y'all. If you just tuning in, that's an unknown fact, man. We gonna find it, brother.
Man, why you told them people that?
Hey, man, so that's all I got. Let me ask the chat room if they had any questions for you.
Okay.
Anything you want to throw out there as well, Mr. Taylor, feel free. Chat room, questions, bro. Throw them at me. Throw them in the chat room, y'all. Because what time is it out there where you at right now? It's about, 8:45?
Yeah, it's about 8:45.
Yeah, because we're not going to hold you too long. But we're going to close out the show with another one of your strongest arrangements that you think that, that we should play. What's another good one we should close out with?
I mean, there's so many I like. It depends on what you're looking for.
Man, we started out with something smooth, so give me something with some energy, man. We're going to close out with something with some energy, man.
Man, I like... Well, one I did this year, I think we put it on Talladega too. Wake Up in the Sky.
Wake Up in the Sky. That was played this past weekend, right?
Yeah, we played it this past weekend.
Yeah. Is that already out there? I gotta see if it's out there. I'm pretty sure it's its own clip by now. I'm gonna try to find it. I got a couple questions that came in. Let me see. What's the practice time? What's your practice time like?
Oh, we had different practice hours. We have a class from 4 to 5, and we come back at 6:30. And we usually go from 6:30 to about 8 inside, and then we'll go outside about 8, and we'll be done by 10:30. That's pretty much our daily schedule. We go outside from about 8:30 to 10:30.
One of your I guess fellow jukebox. I'm not sure when he marched, but JJ Patterson asked Ked, "What has been your biggest challenge?" I'm guessing he means band related.
Biggest challenge has been just weathering the storm. Weathering the storm, but if you keep pushing, man, everything, it comes to the way it's supposed to. So I always say, man, you do right come to you. Yeah. And that's I try to do right by everybody and treat everybody the right way. So, going forward, I think everything going to be all right.
Yeah, somebody asked my question. I'm surprised I didn't ask this, man, because I like to ask about current events, current time, but also in the future, man. So, 5-10 years from now, do you look that far in advance to see where you see yourself or what you like to get into about 10 years from now?
I can't even think past tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
But I do know this. I definitely want to continue to grow as a band director and a music educator. And I want to continue to reach out to as many students as I can to tell them the truth about music and how you become successful. I like to tell my story to a lot of people, being from where I came from and, where God brought me from. And I don't take credit for any of my talent. I always want to make sure that I acknowledge that, God brought me here. So I want to always be able to go out and tell my testimony.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of folks are mentioning your arranging skills, man, asking would you ever consider teaching a course on arranging or writing?
I actually teach arranging at Southern University now.
There you go. There you go. Who asked that question? Tamika Jackson. There you go. He teaches a class already at Southern University. I'm going to ask two more questions. Let me see. Did you enjoy the size of Southern this year?
That was a bittersweet moment. It was great to look at, but man, having to feed all of them.
Because I went out, I saw y'all out at in Dallas when y'all played Texas Southern, man. Y'all definitely was huge, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't even the whole band.
Are you
had about 50 at home?
Oh, in Dallas, you ain't bring the whole band?
No, man. It's hard to travel with all that. You got to get rooms for everybody and meals, and you got to get extra buses.
Yeah. So what's that like, man? You brought up a good topic then. So every game, is there auditions for each game? Is that how that works? And the people who don't make it?
Yeah, we got 3 different bands. We got a home band, we got a field band, and we got a traveling band.
So the parade band we saw this past weekend, was that the traveling band?
Yeah, that's down to everybody. That was about 155, 160. We didn't bring because this semester we still have about over 200 students. So we didn't bring everybody.
Got you. Are you affiliated with any Greek organizations?
Not at the time.
Okay. So I think a lot of brothers asking about KK Psi and if you were a member. Somebody said yes, he is KK Psi. So somebody already told you a member, I guess.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Hey, look, man. Let me go ahead and close it out with that, bro. Mr. Taylor, you said the name of that song was what? What's the name you want to?
Wake up in the sky.
Wake up in the sky.
Trombone part, they gotta hit that.
Hold man, we gonna go ahead and close out with that. Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming on the show.
No problem.
Yes, sir, man. We're going to do it again in the fall, man. We're going to catch you mid-swing and get your intake on 2019 fall, man. I'll check in with you then.
Nice action happening in the fall, so, you got to definitely get us back.
Yeah. We're gonna get you on there. All right, man. Have a good evening.
Rose Bowl 2020.
Hold on.
The Rose Parade.
Hold on. You said Rose Bowl 2020.
The Rose Parade. We in the parade.
Got you. I heard about that, too. All right, how'd that come about?
Well, once I got the interim position, I put in for, we had about 2 days. So we put in, for being a parade to make sure we get some positive feedback going for the human jukebox because, a lot of people like to try to carry out negative things and, things that shouldn't even be talked about. And, we wanted to get some positive things going forward, and we got chosen to go to the parade. So it was really a great opportunity because about 500 bands submitted for it. And the people are so excited. They're ready to see Southern University come to Pasadena, and we're excited to go.
Yeah. That's going to be a good look, man. 2020, y'all. Rose Bowl Parade. Look out for that, all right? A lot of folks saying Southern Norfolk 2019. Look, I'm trying to make it happen, y'all. I'm going to do what I can, y'all. I'm going to do what I can. All right. We're going to go ahead and close out this show, though, man. Mr. Taylor, thanks again, bro.
All right, no problem, man. Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Cool brother right there, man. Cool brother. That was Mr. Taylor, Mr. Kedric Taylor from Southern University, Human Jukebox. He said he want to close out one of his arrangements. Wake up to the sky. I think that's what he said. We going to do just that. All right? We going to close out with that, man. Great interview right there, too. All right, here we go. I got the one played in the SWAT championship. Let's go ahead and close out with that, man. Hey, y'all, thanks for tuning in, y'all. This has been Meet Me on the 50 with Mr. Kedric Taylor, Southern University band director. All right, man. Hey, look. Until next time, people. Thanks again for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Just meet me on the 50. We out of here. Y'all have a good evening. All right. Holla at y'all next time.
Fuck you.